In this vlog, I've compiled and organized all of my dining experiences from my sailing week on the EXPLORA Journeys EXPLORA I. This way you can easily and conveniently explore each restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one section. And if you're interested in a specific venue, chapters are available, allowing you to jump directly to the dining option you want to check out.
Good morning. So I pre-ordered breakfast yesterday for gluten-free. So I'm getting gluten-free French toast. I'll get some bacon, maybe some bacon and eggs with it. I can go to any restaurant to let the server know that I pre-ordered, and then I can pick it up. So I decided to come back up here to the marketplace to have my breakfast. Now, even though this is, quote unquote a buffet, it's not really buffet style. You can go up to the stations to order something. If they don't have it sitting out where you can select items, they still serve it to you. When I told them I had my order, I was going to get coffee, and I forgot it's not really self-serve. You just sit down at a table. As you see, all the tables are already set up. So you just sit down at a table. They'll come fill your water. They'll come fill your coffee. So this is really nice. I love this concept. Like I said, she poured my coffee. Cream is already here at the tables. As you see, there's creamer on every table, as well as your sweeteners over here. And this is my French toast.
Hey, are you enjoying this content so far? If you are, I hope that you will like this video and subscribe to the channel so that I'll know to create more content like this.
So this is my gluten-free French toast. This looks tasty. And so I just ordered some scrambled eggs and bacon on the side to go with it. About to dig in.
This morning, I started my birthday with breakfast at the Marketplace Emporium.
I woke up to go to yoga. Today's my birthday. I said that's a great way to start the day. Just gonna look around before I decide.
Some items were ready to serve while others were beautifully displayed and cooked to order.
How old am I? 58.
The servers here served everything, even the fresh fruit. Nanito, another solo cruiser, told me about the fresh pressed juices she gets every morning from the Nectar Juicery. So I decided to give it a try.
Going to try the Rise and Shine refreshing juices today. Oh, good, and it's already labeled gluten-free. Raw, vegan, gluten-free, lactose-free, and refined sugar-free. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a refreshing way to start the day. As I browsed, I saw fruits, cheeses, seafood. Breakfast sandwiches, and some absolutely tempting baked goods. It was a tough decision, but I did get something I usually don't. Birthday indulgence, right?
All right, good morning, everyone. We are in Cozumel today, and I came back up to the Marketplace Emporium for breakfast after yoga. So this morning, I got a little sample of, there were like two types of salmon. So I just got a sample of that so I can taste it. And then over here, I got bacon, eggs, and these are potatoes, lioness potatoes or something like that. So, and then you saw I got my juice here, got coffee coming. All right, good morning. I came up to the Emporium trying to grab something quick. So I'm hoping that the order doesn't take that long. I ordered avocado toast, some gluten-free bread. Everything here is made to order. So they have to make it. So I'm hoping I have enough time, but we'll see. All right, and here is our avocado toast with 2 eggs. This looks absolutely delicious.
Now it was time to get a bite to eat. And while there were available restaurants like Fil Rouge and the Yacht Club for a sit-down lunch until 2:30 p.m., I decided to go to the Marketplace Emporium. I would call it the unbuffet. The Marketplace Emporium reminded me a little of a galley on Virgin Voyages, but with a higher level of dining options, service, and experience. The Emporium had various stations offering different cuisines. There were display items of what was offered at that station, but mostly everything was made to order. And I felt there was a better quality of selections. Once you place your order with the server at the station, you had many different options. You could go to another station to order something else, you could wait, or you could grab a table, of which there was always plenty. Tables were always set up, and just as in a restaurant, unused table settings were removed once you sat down. If the server gave you a buzzer when ordering, the server at your table would go pick up the order for you when the buzzer went off and bring it to your table. The Emporium felt more like an open restaurant with servers attending to your table, getting your drinks, or even taking additional orders and bringing it to you. Options included salads, seafood, Asian cuisines, pasta, pizza, burgers, and more, all made to order. Now that I checked out the schedule, it was time for lunch.
So it is lunchtime. So I am waiting for my gluten-free pizza over here. I ordered yesterday, and he's making it for me. So I went around they have a lot of stations around here where you can pick up something and order, or you can have a server to bring it to your table. So I went and got a Caesar salad with no croutons while I'm waiting for my pizza.
Now this is tough. There are so many great options here, even for gluten-free. I got two things that I wanted to try today because I'm running out of time. I only have a couple of days left, and I still want to get some gluten-free pasta, but I'll try that maybe tomorrow or the last day, which is Thursday. But so I ordered lobster risotto, and at the Wok there was a chicken dish, so I got that. So let me show you the chicken dish. I have that right now. So at the Wok, every day they have something different. So this is chicken, and I'm waiting on my lobster risotto, which is naturally gluten-free. And of course I got a mimosa. Okay, and I like it. This is really, really delicious. It's very flavorful. It has like a hint, just a hint of spice to it. Not overbearing at all, but this is good. And they have different vegetables. You can choose your vegetables. I just let him put all the vegetables in, which is looks like snow peas, bok choy, carrots. So lots of good little vegetables in there. Tastes very, very delicious. All right, so let me go check on my lobster risotto. All right, and here is the lobster risotto. Now, if I had time, there's something I want to do at 1 o'clock. I would have got some grilled shrimp to add to this. That would have been awesome. But yeah, this is lunch.
To me, this is why the Marketplace Emporium is not like a buffet. With high quality, made-to-order entrees and exceptional table service, I've never experienced anything close to this in a buffet on any other cruise ship.
Okay, both of these are very, very delicious. This lobster risotto, delicious. Let me show you. So it's very creamy. There's some little lobster pieces in it, and it's just again, very flavorful. And that's the thing when I look for when looking for gluten-free, I'm looking for different options, but spices and flavor. That's all I need. And it could be just the simplest thing. All I need is spices, flavor, and both of these dishes are doing it for me. I highly recommend both of these. But if you had to get one, the lobster risotto. Good.
All right, so I thought I'd do a little lunch before I'm getting back in that whirlpool, but thought I'd grab a little bit of lunch. So let me show you what I got. I'm in the Marketplace Emporium, so I got grilled shrimp over here with some basmati rice, got a lemon, and then this is sushi. So I got salmon, this is crab, and some wasabi, and what is this?
I forgot what that is, but so I wanted something just a little light, and I wanted to try the sushi, the grilled shrimp. I've been seeing this for a while and just now getting to it. Hand stations with actual hand towels were always available. I didn't have a restaurant reservation this first night, so it was back to the Marketplace Emporium. Before the cruise, you can only select one reservation at the 2 specialty restaurants. At home, I was disappointed in this, but once I got on the ship, the disappointment went away. There were other restaurant options available, such as Fil Rouge and the Met Yacht Club, and they had a stand daily where you could make additional reservations each night. But to be honest, I could have eaten every day at the Marketplace Emporium and would have been satisfied. I learned this first night that eating in the Marketplace Emporium was like eating at a restaurant, but with more options. There was sushi, crab legs, oysters, steak, lobster, grilled shrimp. And this was not a special occurrence. Options like these were available every day of the sailing. So I am at the Marketplace and there's pizza here. So I asked about gluten-free. So I can order gluten-free. I don't want a pizza right now, but I asked about ordering in advance. I'm gonna get one for lunch and he's gonna help me order. So, oh, sorry. I made my selection and grabbed a table. All right, so I settled for some, I have 2 lobster tails. I'm in the Marketplace with some lemon wedge sides, and it's sprinkled with butter and some Mediterranean vegetables and couscous. And this is pumpkin spice that she says comes with the couscous and the Mediterranean vegetables. So I'll go ahead and give it a try, so we'll see. Okay, I need a little something to get this footage for y'all. So got a little coffee, Americano. So I'm gonna sip a little coffee and try to see what else is going on for the night. All right, so I really didn't want dessert. I was just trying to pass through and find out what they had, and she brought like 3 gluten-free desserts. So I decided to try. This is a sort of coffee type gluten-free dessert, but I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try just to sample it. But one thing I wanted to share, you know, it's dinner time. It's 8:30, and this is, look, I'm in the buffet. You see how many empty seats there are here? There's hardly, let me turn the camera around. There is plenty of seating. You know how on other cruise ships you have to fight for seating? You know, when you're at the buffet, but I mean, there is plenty of space here. Just, yeah, it's a great experience. Oh my God, and this tastes so good. It's has a coffee flavor, very creamy, very tasty. This is so good. All right, so just leaving the Marketplace and just coming out and walking around. So this is the aft deck behind the Marketplace. I was out here earlier. This evening, I think I'm kind of like in wind down mode. So I am about to go to the Marketplace, get a little something to eat. I'm just gonna get a little something. I'm not hungry, like a big meal hungry. So I'm about to go up to the Marketplace and find just something, a little light something to eat. As you can see, I didn't do a lot today. Work, rest, eat. But that's the beauty of cruising, and especially cruising alone. And who gets tired of seeing the available dining options and food on a ship, allowing you to decide if it's the right ship for you? Do you like these dining options? Would you want to sail on this ship? Let me know. I do want to try Fil Rouge. Fil Rouge is a French-inspired restaurant, and you don't need a reservation. You can put in one if you want to, but you're able to just go and walk in. So I am on my way to Fil Rouge. All right, so this is Fil Rouge. This is a beautiful restaurant. Again, it is French inspired.
Now, you do not have to have a reservation at this restaurant, but apparently they recommend that you do, or especially if you want to come around the 6:30 time. A lot of people have reservations around that time, so if you're looking to get in about 6:30, you might have a hard time getting in. They open at 6, and it's about 5 minutes to 6 when I walked up, so now it's about 3 minutes to 6. They said they could go ahead and seat me, but because I'm early, so you don't have to make reservations, but especially if you want to come in early, come at 6 o'clock and you'll be able to get right in. At least that is my current experience. All right, and here is the menu. They do have the menus on the app. So I already looked at the menus. So I already know what I want, but just in case you want to see, of course you can stop the video at any time to look at the menu. And as you see for their menus, they do have allergens marked. So they have vegan, gluten, they call it gluten conscious, vegan, and there's a PB. Well, that makes sense, of course, but here are their allergen listings. That's plant-based, vegetarian, organic, gluten-conscious, omega-3 oily fish. Because dining on EXPLORA was reservation-based restaurant style, I didn't have to worry about being seated with other cruisers. That wasn't even a question. I had a reservation for one, and I was always seated by myself, which I prefer. Here I had the marbled duck appetizer and the steak with fries, mashed potatoes, and veggies. It was all absolutely delicious. I had no need to ask for salt, pepper, or any additional sauces. For now, the Solos are having a dinner. It's been scheduled. So I am headed there now. I'm 10 minutes late for pre-dinner drinks. We have pre-dinner drinks at 6. And the dinner at 6:30, is that right? Yeah, 6:30. I am headed there now. We're eating at Fil Rouge, and I was there 2 nights ago and loved it. So looking forward to, I don't know what I'm gonna get tonight, so we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. These ladies are a lot of fun. We dined at the captain's table that sits between Fil Rouge and the Yacht Club. I got a lobster risotto, and even though my birthday wasn't until the next day, the Solos celebrated my birthday with me. Birthday to you. I am about to head to the Yacht Club for lunch. The Yacht Club is only open on sea days. Hello. Open on sea days for lunch, so that's where I am headed to now. It's easy to forget that this option is available for lunch, and there aren't many people here. All right, and I'm starting off with soup. It's gonna be a light lunch today, but this is my minestrone soup. He's coming back with some Parmesan cheese. Thank you. This soup is absolutely delicious, very flavorful, and the cheese, the Parmesan cheese, adds so much to it. So, very good. Very, very flavorful. And this is lunch. Alright, and here is the dessert menu for lunch. You get a tart of the day, floating island, Monte, hazelnut, semifreddo, and ice creams and sorbet. I think I'm gonna pass because I am just so stuffed right now. But this was definitely a treat. If you want an alternative from the marketplace, definitely remember that the Yacht Club, they're only open for lunch on sea days. So if you have 2 sea days, you want to go as soon as you can. You do not need a reservation for lunch. Just show up. But I would advise you to show up, as early as you possibly can. All right, like I said, we are still here. It is 5 after 6. I have a 6 o'clock, yes, I'm late, dinner appointment at Yacht Club. So this place, you have to make a reservation. So I made my reservation for 6. So let me hurry before they cancel it. I made dinner reservations for the Yacht Club for that evening. On board, you can book dining through the reservation stand on deck 5, just above the lobby.
One thing I love about dining on Explore Journeys, there are no formal nights. The dress code is relaxed. Think business casual to cocktail attire for ladies, and unlike the traditional cruise lines, there aren't a lot of photographers with backdrops trying to snap your picture every night. Dinner in the evening feels personal, low-key, with no pressures.
Alright, so I am here at the Yacht Club. So I will show you the menu, but I am seated. They seated me in the back by a window, so there's a little bit light right now, but I'm sure the sun will go down in a minute. But yeah, so this place is absolutely beautiful. Again, you can make reservations once you're on board.
Here is the restaurant, and there's a bar there, but absolutely beautiful. All right, and here is the menu. They have tapas to share if you're in a group, appetizers, salad. They have soups, pasta and risotto, plant-based specialties, fish and seafood, meat entrees, and side dishes. And let's see if they have, yeah, then they have desserts as well. And once again, everything is marked for allergens, for vegan, gluten conscious. So you do have, and gluten conscious, we do have a lot of options. And also they have a signature cocktail list. So these are their signature cocktails for the ship. The Pamplemousse Rose I actually had at the lobby bar last night, and it was very good. So I'm gonna see if I can try some more drinks off of this list. But for now, I ordered the Pomberry Spritz. The server recommended that as a great starter. So we'll try that and see how it is. All right, and this sounds tasty. So this is the drink, and it has, the server explained it has vodka in it, Prosecco, a splash of pomegranate. So it sounds so tasty, and it looks tasty. So let's see if it's tasty. All right, so let's just go ahead and give this a try. Okay, yeah, I'm lucky because I'm picking drinks that are not too sweet, and this is not too sweet, so it's good. Not sweet at all. I mean, it has a hint of sweetness, but it's not a sugary drink. But yeah, it's very light, very refreshing, and I can see this as a pre-dinner drink because it's not too overpowering or overbearing. It doesn't have, you know, a heavy alcohol taste to it. So yeah, very light and very refreshing. All right, and here is our appetizer, beef carpaccio. Now this is something different, something I never had before, but I actually like it. It's very thinly sliced beef, and they asked me how did I want it. I got it cooked medium, and it's little droplets of sauce on top, and one tastes kind of like a mustard. The other is, you know, I don't know if it's like a mayo base, but it is very good. And then it looks like it has Parmesan cheese mixed in and some type of spice that's on it, but I like it. This is pretty tasty. So something different I never had. I like to try different things, you know, when I'm on the cruise and I see something else on the menu. So this I would get again. So one thing, I was going to get the mussels. They have mussels on the menu, but if you want to get mussels, you probably want to come to the restaurant early, book it early, because the server told me after about day 3, they don't have the mussels anymore, or some of the fresh seafood items, because after 3 days, it's not fresh anymore, so they don't have it. Look, as soon as you get on the ship, I would look at the Yacht Club to see, you know, when you want to book it as soon as possible, so you can have all of the options, especially like the mussels. Lemon drop martini.
They put the sugar in.
Sugar rum.
Because they put the sugar in to balance the limoncello's sourness. Because the limoncello is a bitter, lemon bitter.
Okay.
So to balance the bitter, so they put the sugar in.
Okay, great. All right, we'll give it a try. Thank you. Okay. All right, so let's try out this second drink to see how it is. This is the limoncello. Again, now I'm just going off of recommendations from the server, which is very helpful for me. So, all right, so let's give it a try.
Let's see what he's talking about, because the drink itself, it is lemony, it is citrus, and a little bitter, but the sugar around the rim, it really helps when you're drinking it. It kind of softens it up a little bit. So yeah, drinking it this way with the sugar rim doesn't make it really sweet at all, because I don't like sweet drinks. So this is very good. I would highly recommend. This is very tasty. I would highly recommend it.
All right, and this is our mushroom risotto. I love risotto, so I hope this is tasty. And I shouldn't say that, because I already know that it is. There has been nothing on this ship that I have not liked.
This is really good. And the thing is, I love the risotto in Carnival steakhouse. This tops that. This is really good.
So when I go to restaurants, I try not to eat the entire thing because I want to save room for everything later. I'm not a big eater. I don't have a big appetite. But sometimes when it's good, it's hard because I want to eat the rest of this. But I'm trying to save room for my main entree. But I would not be mad if this was my main entree, even without any type of meat.
Okay, I was going to try a third cocktail to share with everyone, but these drinks are strong, so yeah, not right now. This is so good. So the thought that comes across my mind is that there is specialty dining. Anthropology is a specialty dining. I have no idea what the food's like there because the quality that is here in the included dining, this tastes like specialty dining. What I'm having now at the Yacht Club tastes like something that I would pay more for on a different food line. Anthropology must be out of this world, but me being gluten-free, my options are so limited. For me, it wouldn't be worthwhile. So hopefully there will be some other vloggers who might purchase those experiences and be able to share them with you. But to me, the included dining, it tastes like specialty dining. All right, so I am stuffed, but there was a dessert. There was a signature dessert. So I'm stuffed, but can't wait without not trying it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it. So wait for it to come out.
And here it is. So this is the sweet caprice, and this is the Yacht Club's signature dessert. So I know that this is strawberry. This is like a cream cheese. So I love strawberries and I love cream cheese. Now, even though I'm stuffed, I just said I can't leave without trying this.
Now this is very, very different, and I can see where some people might not like it. To me, it's a totally different flavor. And I just noticed that there are tomatoes in here too, which you usually don't see in a dessert. This is going to be hard to describe, but the strawberries, tomato, and then the sauces they have in here, let me show you. It's just like the mixture of flavor, but what really sets it off, there are pistachio nuts in here. And that's what really sets it off when you mix the strawberries and the cream cheese flavors, the sauces they have in here, plus the pistachio on top. For some reason, those mix very well, and it tastes very good, very, very different. So I recommend at least trying it, yeah, because it's very different. So that was very delicious. I didn't eat the whole thing because My server is excellent tonight. My server is excellent tonight, and he's making all of these recommendations, which are like on par. This is, I'm sorry.
Your amaretto, Frangelico,
Okay.
Baileys, and caramel syrup, shaken and stirred.
All right. Okay.
So much. My name is Aman, and the wine sommelier.
Okay.
Yacht.
Your recommendations have been great. So thank you.
It's all mine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yes, we'll do. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's give this a try. Oh my god.
So yeah.
Excellent. This is good. And I know he told me the name. I either need to rewind or I'll ask him again because this is absolutely delicious. This is really tasty and it's a different flavor I have never tasted before. This is really good. If you come on Explore, definitely book the Med Yacht Club as soon as you can. You can only book it on board, and you have to make reservations. They're open for lunch. I haven't tried their lunch yet. I'm going to see if I can try their lunch menu as well. But dinner is absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you make sure you come and book it as soon as possible because more than likely you're going to want to come more than once. But yes, this is, to me, this was an experience. Everything that I selected or everything that was recommended was very good. A true dining experience. I highly recommend it. The Med Yacht Club. Headed to Sakura. Sakura is an Asian style restaurant. So headed there, I have I believe it might be 6, 7, I don't know, but I'm just gonna go to see if I can get in early. I think it's at 7 o'clock, but I'm gonna go in and see if I can get in now, or if not, especially if they have a restaurant bar, just to get a pre-dinner drink while I wait for my table. All right, let's get going.
Sakura is a beautiful Pan-Asian restaurant with a sushi bar with an outdoor area on the other side.
All right, so we are at Sakura, which is Asian themed, and I'm looking at the menu. I have no idea what to get, so this might be one of those times that I get a couple of things off of the menu, because here, this is a ship where you don't have to worry about how many entrees can you get before they start charging you. Everything is included, and you can get as many entrees as you want. All right, let me figure out what I'm gonna get. All right, so here is our menu, and as you can see, it's kind of blurry, but as you can see, they do have items marked gluten-free. Here they call it gluten conscious. So I don't know if that means, some cross-contamination. In addition to the regular menu, they also have a sushi menu as well. And we are firing up the thrusters so we can sail away, leaving Costa Maya. So I'm trying to do, all the time I get on these ships and I'm trying to do something different. So he brought me the wine list, but also a list of other like Japanese cocktails. So I got a Kai cocktail, which is actually, this is it, but it's actually served like a tea. So this is a teapot and this is my Kai. So he poured that in for me. So now I'm gonna give it a taste and see what it tastes like. So we'll go ahead and give this a taste to see what it tastes like. Okay. Now I know it's gin. This is really nice. It's light, it's refreshing, kind of crisp. So not too sweet, which is perfect. Yeah, if you know me, I don't like sweet drinks. So not too sweet at all. So I would actually get this again. All right, and here is my jumbo lump crab salad. And here are scallops. And I also got the lobster pad thai.
Also a side of broccoli and rice. So that completes my meal for the. I am too stuffed for dessert, but if you want to see what's for dessert, here you go. This is the desserts menu. Now the lemongrass poached pear is not marked as gluten conscious, but they can remove the raw sugar streusel, which makes it not gluten free. But yes, so those are your choices if you want to have dessert. I'm just too stuffed. All right, just leaving Sakura, and dinner was absolutely great. I didn't talk much because another couple came to sit at a table right next to me, and the tables are kind of close. Even if you have the table for two, they're very, very close. So I didn't want to, vlog. I just took a video and pictures of what I ate, but it was very, very delicious.
It's the last night, and tonight I'm dining at the steakhouse specialty restaurant, Marble Company. The atmosphere here is quaint and cozy, very warm and welcoming. The singles tables were close, but I've seen tables even closer on other ships.
All right, this is their signature dish. This is an appetizer, the fingerling potatoes. That is caviar on top with gold stardust. You see that? And they give you a little spoon to eat it with.
This was so good and a must if you dine here. As I began eating, a couple sat next to me, so I tried to keep my talking to a minimum so as not to bother them. But apparently they weren't bothered at all. As the evening progressed, they struck up a conversation with me, and we talked for the longest time after my meal and before I went to join another solo at her table. The people on this ship were very friendly to me.
This is my Caesar salad.
The Caesar salad was made tableside with a homemade dressing, which was so enjoyable. The servers and the presentation, along with the food, made this such a great experience.
All right, this is huge. So this is the ribeye cooked medium. I have a side of hollandaise. So I have two sauces on the side, some cream spinach and mashed potatoes. But this steak is huge. So I know I'm probably not even going to be able to eat half of this, but let's see how it tastes.
You're probably not going to be surprised when I tell you that this steak was delicious. It was perfectly cooked, well seasoned, and had great flavor. Just delicious.
I feel like I barely put a dent in this, but I can't eat anymore. I am sick. This was 18 ounces of ribeye. I would have preferred a smaller ribeye, but they didn't have a smaller ribeye with the bone in. And that's usually, and I like it I prefer it with bone in, but they did not have a size smaller than 18 ounces. So now I came on here. So this is the gelato and crepes stand. So to get gluten-free, you do have to order 24 hours in advance. So this is the second time because I ordered once in advance, forgot the next day, and came back the next day after that. They didn't have it, so I just ordered yesterday. So now today I went over and said, hey, I'm ready for my gluten-free crepe because I've never had a crepe before. So one of the ladies up there helped me to put one together, and she made some recommendations. So now they have to make it. So she told me to have a seat and she will bring it right over. But this is Gelateria and Creperie. So they have fruit. They have ice cream over there as well. And then you can get crepes. They also have waffles. So you can get like waffles and ice cream. So I've passed by this all week long. So I'm finally going to get my crepes. All right. And here it is, my first gluten-free crepe. I got caramel sauce and some nuts on there. And I think these are like caramel little dots and chocolate dots. So he's also going to bring me over some ice cream. So I'll give it a try, see how it is. All right, I am so excited. So we've had this for the first time. My first plate. This is heaven. With soft serve vanilla ice cream. Can't believe I waited until the last day. This is so delicious.
And I have about an hour before I have to go to my excursion, so I came down to Crema just to get a cup of coffee to go. And the coffee station, I mean, you can order, but they have a server who will take your order, and you just have a seat in the general area, and they will bring you your coffee, whether you're drinking it here in the area, or there's an outdoor area here as well, or even if you're taking it to go.
I'm still eating breakfast. Now, for room service, they bring little menus. Well, yesterday they brought a menu at the evening, the one that you put on your door hanger, so it has options, different options you can choose, but it's more extensive than I've seen on other ships. So tonight when I get one, I'm going to show you everything that's on the menu. But there were things I could order: French toast, pancakes, I got avocado toast, but there were numerous options. Ham, their options are quite extensive. Of course, you're going to have more options if you go to the restaurant, but for what they have, just to order something for breakfast and experience it on your own private balcony in your own private space. I'm sitting here listening to the ocean, and this is very, very peaceful. So hopefully I will be able to get up from here and go check out what's going on around the ship.
I found that since solo cruising since 2016, room service is one of the things that seems to have deteriorated the most across cruise lines. So it was enjoyable and a refreshing experience to eat a full breakfast in the comfort of my own suite and on my terrace in my comfy robe and slippers while listening to the waves. So heavenly. EXPLORA Journeys included in-suite dining for lunch and dinner is extensive as well. Check this out. I loved the in-suite dining. So they have a list of now, of course, everything's included, so there is no upcharge. Of course, you know, you do still want to tip the server who brings your room service. I mean, it is optional, it's up to you, but it's a good idea to tip. But I mean, they have, this is like a regular dinner menu. Appetizers, then you got soups and salads, poke bowls, sandwiches, you got burgers, you got your pasta, you can get your steak, and even dessert. So this is like a full dinner menu. This morning, the Emporium Marketplace was open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Fil Rouge was open for a sit-down breakfast from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. In-suite dining is available 24/7 and is a great option for those who want a full breakfast before 7:30 a.m. This is the perfect dining experience for introverts or those times where you just want to stay in and enjoy your suite and hang out on your terrace. When you don't want to get dressed up and go to a restaurant, or when you just want to relax and dine in your own space.
But right now, this morning I had avocado toast, and it's a fruit. It has blueberries, looks like pineapple and granola. So I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my breakfast.
Time for breakfast, and I just got gluten-free toast and coffee for in-suite dining this morning. A simple yet satisfying way to start the day. So now I am waiting for my breakfast. It's a little bit after 7. I have to be out of the room by 8 o'clock. Yesterday I pre-ordered breakfast for room service, which should be the gluten-free toast. I had that earlier in the week, and it was so good. I said that's going to be my parting breakfast. So I'm waiting for that to come. Yeah, so I'm just going to nap here. Yeah, 7 a.m. You can nap at 7 a.m. So I'm just going to wait for my breakfast order. So once I eat breakfast, I am all packed up and ready to go and just waiting for them to call
my group to disembark. Yay, got my French toast. All right, I'm gonna eat this and I'm headed off the ship. And they brought these yesterday. More cabin treats.
Now let's get into what I paid. Okay, out of all the cruises I've taken across 10, now 11 cruise lines, this one was it. My first true luxury cruise and hands down my best cruise experience ever. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all cruise styles, and I'm always excited to sail any ship. I'm not here to knock any cruise line, but if we're talking about personal favorites, this one tops the list. So let's get into the question everyone likes to ask. How much did this incredible cruise actually cost me? Well, I booked it in November 2024, just 3 months before the sailing. Now, I'm a big advocate for booking 1 to 2 years out because that's typically when you find the best pricing, especially for solos. But this time, I saw a deal that I just couldn't pass. I jumped on a 50% off solo supplement promo and locked it in for $3,575. Now, that's the regular consumer rate too, not a travel agent discount. Now, I've been watching prices and I haven't seen a rate quite like that for a Caribbean sailing recently. That doesn't mean it won't ever pop up again. EXPLORA Journeys runs some amazing solo promos, and they regularly have 25% solo supplements on selected sailings. Now, if you're curious, definitely join my mailing list or reach out because I'm always watching for the next best offer so I can hop back on board. And when I find that offer, I'm definitely gonna let everybody know on my mailing list. But back to what it cost me. Okay, now let's break it down. Aside from the cruise fare, here's what I spent on board. $125 for the guacamole, salsa, and beach excursion, $80 for the Belize Historical Highlights tour. And for my birthday, I splurged on the cognac and cigar experience in the Malt Whiskey Bar's Cigar Lounge, and that was $95. And then I went off menu and spent $8 on a Cuban drink that contains a premium Venezuelan rum, so that was $8. Now here's where it gets even better for my pricing. Other than certain specialty drinks, gratuities, specialty dining, thermal spa access, and premium Wi-Fi for 3 devices were all included in my fare. On most cruises, I add on all of these items, and that bundle alone can run another $300 to $500 depending on the cruise. And that may be with Wi-Fi for just 1 device. So, total onboard spending came to $308, but I had a 165 Journeys Experience credit that brought my actual out-of-pocket onboard spend to just $143. Now, add that to my cruise fare, and my grand total for this cruise was $3,718 for this amazing 7-night luxury cruise. And honestly, it was totally worth it. Now, I live in the Florida area, so I didn't have to pay for flights. I did Uber to and from the port, but I do that the same on every cruise, so I didn't add that into the cost. And the same with tips for excursions or the onboard crew. Now compare that cost to a suite for a solo on a traditional cruise line, and then add in drinks, Wi-Fi gratuities, and the thermal spa, and it can easily cost more than what I paid. Now, if you're thinking of giving EXPLORA Journeys a try, come sail with me. I'm hosting a 7-night Caribbean opulence group cruise on EXPLORA II, leaving from San Juan on April 2nd, 2026. Now, the solo price for the same Ocean Terrace suite I had is $3,928, and it includes a $400 destination experience credit or excursion credit. Now, even after this group rate expires on April 28th, you can still get into my group at a 5% discount off the current promotion. Check the description box to join us. I promise it's an experience you do not want to miss. Well guys, thank you so much for following my EXPLORA I vlog series, and I can't wait to share more journeys with you very soon. Are you ready to try EXPLORA Journeys, but don't want to try it alone? Join me on EXPLORA II for my Caribbean Opulence Group Cruise. Check the description box for the link. Now, are you ready for your first or your next cruise and need assistance? Scan the QR code and let's work together to plan your customized cruise experience.